Welcome to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. And as you can see, I got a picture of my dad and Campbell. There was a special love they had for one another. You know, we just got through Valentine's Day. It just passed, and it's a time when we can tell that significant other how much we love them. And maybe you're going to do that from a message or a card or flowers. I don't know. But you did it on Monday, whatever you did. Maybe breakfast in bed. But you know what? We found a short little video clip, and it's too cute. We've got to show it. So let's show it now.
A tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my love, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little boy picked it up and put it in his pocket. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, aren't you glad that God's love for us isn't lost? I wrote a letter to my love, and on the way I dropped it. And aren't you glad that it's not missing in our lives? And aren't you glad that we don't get bit or in pain over this love? His love is unconditional and it's real. I want to read for you. We actually look in John 3:16. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life." That's John 3:16, but in 1 John 3:16 it says, "This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters." And in 1 Peter 4:8 it says, "And above all things, have fervent love for one another, for love will cover a multitude of sin." I'll never forget moving to Petrolia, and you can't take the farmer, the farm boy, out of the farm. When you move to town, there's a bit of farmer still in you. And I drove to town with my tractor and blade, and I couldn't wait to plow laneways. And this tractor right here. And what happened was, the first time I went out with that tractor, I actually just started plowing laneways. Oh, there's an elderly person. There's someone that's a widow. There's someone that's not able to do it. But as I was plowing, I just felt to do certain laneways. And I did over 100 of them. And I tried to get in and out before anyone knew, because I didn't want them to know it was me. Well, little did I know that there was a young lady who I plowed her laneway. And little did I know, she wrote on Facebook that her husband had left her. She looked out and saw this massive snow, and it was a bad snow, drifting everything. And she got down on her hands and knees, and she cried out. She said, "God, you've got to help me. You've got to, please, Lord, send someone to do my laneway and my walkway. I don't know what I'm going to do." And she said, as she was praying, she saw flashing lights. And she got up and she ran to the door, and she saw the green tractor pulling out of the laneway. And she said it was the quickest answer to prayer she'd ever had. I love doing that. But you know what? It was God's love. She was praying to God, and it was God's love that made that happen. God's love is there for us. And yes, we celebrate Valentine's Day and we tell each other that we love them. Let's show our love for one another and do good. But also, let's tell God how much we love him. He loves us unconditionally. And that's been Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. Take care. God bless.